Hello, hello, my friend. My friends, welcome. I am so excited to be starting this 6 weeks journey with you. I'm excited. I hope you're excited as well. The whole intention of this to make sure that you start 2021 strong. I know 2020, it's been a challenging year, to say the least. It's been a challenging year for a majority of business owners. So I want to get you starting strong. I've got my, I can't see a thing. There's no comment and reaction. I can't see anyone. I don't know who is actually live at the moment. And I'm hoping that um, you can see this and you can hear it correctly. Hopefully I am going to post something somewhere and see if you can hear me. But I'm going to start. I've got my notes here, so if I look away from the camera, my apologies. I've got my notes. I want to make sure that I deliver as much as possible for you, and this session is going to be a very informative session for you, inspire you to get your customer avatar up and running. I will try to I try to not to get distracted with the comment, but if you have any questions, put them in the comments and send it through, and I will answer them at the end. And for those of you who are watching this later on, welcome, and let's do this. All right. Hi, Rami. How you going? Welcome. So I'm gonna start. Thank you. I'm going to start, and let's get show on the way. All right. So this week we're going to talk about. I'm gonna close the comments, and my apologies if I don't see you, but I will get to the comments absolutely at the end. So what this week we're going to talk about, hope you can see me. We're going to talk about your ideal client avatar. It's so today we get there. So today I'm going to discuss what an ideal customer avatar is and why you need it. Another one, understanding your customers' deep fears and desires is an essential for running a profitable business. We got to remember, all of us are in the business. Hopefully you have a passion and you're passionate about what you do in your business. However, we need to make sure that your business is profitable, because when your business looks after you, then you can look after your client. Then we're going to see how to begin crafting your customer avatar. I do have something amazing that Facebook gives us, which is going to help you to figure out your customer avatar as best as we can. And then at the end, I'm going to go through the 2 examples that are put in the group. If you haven't downloaded it, it's in, I'll show you where it is. It's under the file. Let's get you there. We get there. I don't know why it's showing the whole thing. Let me just do this. Okay, so we'll go to the group. Because we're actually going to talk about this and I want you to see it. If you can download it, that'd be great. So let's see. So when you can see now, so when you go to the group, Small Business Social Media Marketing Mastermind, the one I posted, eventually it gets there. It's just, I'm interacting Aneta, so it's good to know. It's taking its time. All right, I don't want to. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get you back in here. If you don't mind, I think I'm getting some messages here. I'll just find out what's going on. If you can't see me, all you need to do is you need to refresh. And you should be able to see me. Sorry, guys, for those of you waiting, I know time is valuable. All right, just quickly see. It's telling me I don't have access. I'll just quickly need to send a message to Milia as to do. All right, my apologies, guys. We can't access Milia. I'm just gonna start anyway because I don't want to take your time. Okay, so when you're in the group, if you can see the group, hopefully you probably can't see the group. There you go, you're in the group. So I've actually put under the file section, I put 2 examples for you guys to have a look at it. I am going to go through it with you so you can see what I mean when we go through. You can see what I mean. Okay, Milia, you found me. That's fantastic. Okay, so the example. So what I need you to do is go to the example. I am going to go through it with you, but when I go through the example, the 2 examples I've done one for the product base and one for the service base. They're not based on some of the information that I put in there, based on the customers that I have and the work that we have done to create it, but it's not necessarily someone's avatar. There has been some changes in there to make sure that I'll make it as close as possible for the startup and small business owners. All right, so we will go through that together at the end of this session, and then I explain, and then we can ask some questions. Okay, let me see. All right, hi everyone. Oh, I can see John. Hi, John. Hi, Lelaine. I can see you too. Hello, and welcome. Let's start. I am taking your time, and my apologies. I know time is valuable, and let's just begin. Okay, back to our what we're going to talk about. So how we begin, and we go through the examples. Let the party begin. All right. So who is the customer avatar? They do have a different name. People call them differently. Customer persona is something else. I don't know. I only remember the avatar and personas. Ideal client, that's another one that gets used. At the end of the day, what it is the ideal customer avatar is a single person or people who represent your client, or people that you want to sell to and serve. So that actually represent your customer avatar. It's a huge mistake. It's a huge mistake, and I see it happen all the time. We as a small business owners, and I was exactly the same. I've been in business for 20 something years, and I was exactly the same when I started. We get focused on what we do that we're forgetting as to who is the person that we want to serve. Honestly, this is a kiss of death in marketing. It's just, and sometimes to the entire business. You and I could have the best product and best service, but if we are putting our message in front of a wrong audience and wrong client, we practically don't have a business, and we're not going to be selling anything. So it is just so important for us to know who these people are. I promise myself I'm not gonna keep saying so. All right, so you might ask, who is this avatar based on? If you have been running your business for a while, I would suggest you go back to your existing customers, your existing clients. So hopefully your dream clients. I'm going to talk about nightmare clients shortly. Or it could be a mix of different clients. It doesn't have to be one particular one you like. You can use that absolutely. You might actually say, I did a avatar coaching last week for a client of mine. What we did was, this person would like a character of one client that this person had, with the character of someone else, with the drive of another person, and with the size of the business as with the revenue of the different person, because we have to consider that as well when it comes to we talk about the offers. So you can put a mix of different customers and different clients for yourselves and get your avatar the basic up and running. If you're starting out and you say, well, I'm just starting out, I don't know who it is, excuse me, someone that you intend to serve, someone that is actually what you want to serve. Or sometimes you can be someone like yourself. This is another person. This woman is actually a coach. She wants to be a coach and she wants to do the coaching. The family has a special need child, and the coach wants to be a coach of families and parents and moms who do have a special need child. So it could be something that it's similar to yourself. So that's something that you need to think about. When I talk about, I need to say something before, when you talk about someone like yourself, I don't want you to go straight into there, because it's very important that you broaden your horizon and you look at everybody, because sometimes we might get stuck, and it does stuck into what is it that we want, and we don't see that could be another opportunity. So before I go and move on to somewhere else, is customer avatar is a continuous change. As your business grows, as your business change and your business pivots, everything changes and that avatar could change. But we want to make sure that you're starting the fundamental of digital marketing, social media marketing, and whatever marketing in today's society and today's world, the social selling, I call it, you need to get the avatar sorted. So this is very important. Without your ideal customer avatar, without knowing who this person is, there is a good chance you're not going to be selling it to the right people. In order for us as a business owners, in order for us to ethically and honestly inspire someone through their buying journey, through the interest part to the desire part and to the buying journey, we need to understand them. And people can sense it. People can feel it. I mean, this is communication 101. So we need to make sure that we are communicating correctly and we communicating ethically and honestly. Another reason, this is my favorite reason, another reason that is so important for you to know who your customer avatar is you don't want to be attracting what I call nightmare customers. The customers who argue with you all the time about your prices. They don't value what you put in there for them. They don't value who you are. They don't value your business. You honestly, surely we do not want that customer. And that's another important thing. The last and the most important part of it, marketing and running business cost money. You and I own a business. We know everything cost money. Marketing, even though I call it investment, it's still a money that we need to put into it. It's either be money if you're starting up and it's you don't have anyone else and you're doing it yourself. Time is your money. So when all of those marketing and sales effort and everything that you do, if your message goes to the wrong person, you're not attracting right clients, you're attracting nightmare client, and eventually it's going to affect your confidence and eventually your business. You might lose that business. And something that I would like you to ask when you're going through agencies or freelancers who's going to help you out with this, make sure they take time to get to know your avatar, because that investment that you're putting for them to do it, they still have to make sure to reach the right client for your business. They need to invest time to get to know your client. And that is so important for us to do. All right, so I don't know, should I go to the comments? Is there everyone's all right at the moment? No comments. All right, so we're all still awake? Let's begin and continue. Let's continue. All right, so again, it's very important for you to know. So why do you need it? The most important part is the website, your website copy. When you know who you're talking to, your copy in your website is very important, because it's the disconnect amount of time that I go and check to make sure that the communication on your social media and your marketing in general relates absolutely to your clients. I always go to the website. And when there's a disconnect, I know there's a disconnect between the customers and avatars and who this business serves and a business itself. So this is so important, because your website is your home and it needs to convert. Remember, we want to have a profitable business. Creating your offer. This is another fundamental that we need to discuss, is creating your offer. The two things are important, which I'm going to talk about next week: your avatar and your offer. We need to know the avatar, then comes your offer. Because like I said, we could have a best product and service. If we don't communicate it correctly, if we don't make it so it's appealing to our client, we're not going to be selling anything. So that is, again, another important thing that we need to consider. Next one. Hands up if you tell me you can't find content, you don't know what to post. This is another important one. The blogs, the videos, the podcast, every social media post that you do, they are part of your content. And if you don't know who you're serving, you don't know what to post and what they want. Again, about content is not about me. It's that your content needs to be inspiring, educational, and funny. So if you're a comedian like me, try it. Don't. It doesn't work. The next one is your email marketing. So when we do an email campaign, again, is so important. When once a week, once or 2 weeks, you send an email to your client, it shows that you know who they are. You understand them, you get them, you're there to help them. So again, it's another important thing we need to discuss. Your social media paid campaigns. This is when we do paid advertising. We go in, when I do the advertising part of it, it takes probably about 7 to 8 hours of going backward and forward and searching, because I need to make sure it's as refined as possible. First of all, I can save money for my client. Second of all, I can make sure that I'm talking to the right client so I can make money for my client. So it's very important. When you're advertising, it's absolutely important to know your clients, because we are going to talk their language. That's what people say sometimes. The next one is SEO, your search engine optimization, your Google searches. Again, we go back to the website copy to use the correct terminology and correct words and that your customers relate to. And that, when I say that though, I just want to put a little caveat. I have seen websites that is just gone keyword diarrhea. Maybe I shouldn't say that. So we don't want that. We want it to be communicational. We want it to be relational, the website. That's something that you can do for me. Your business helps your client, me if I am your client. So we just have to make sure that we're doing it correctly, but it's also very, very, very important. Did I say very, very important? So, okay. So now we're going to get to my favorite part. So the key word is clarity. We need to be very clear. Absolutely clear, as much as we can. I know that sometimes it's hard, but as much as we can. When it comes to your customer avatar, your persona, your customer persona, your ideal client, I look at them into two sides. When I ask you, who is your avatar? I don't know, you might know better, but some people tell me, Onetta, my avatar is a 40-year-old female or a 35-year-old male. This is all fantastic. This is all good. But to me, when I do it, when I put my clients through the pain of doing a customer avatar, there's two sides to this customer avatar. The one side is demographic. Demographic is what we used to describe humans before. So a while ago, a long time ago, before social media, before Google, before any digital marketing, when we used to market, we needed to know what the product is. If the product was for female, then we had to go and see, okay, there is magazine, special magazine for female. There is a special program on TV for female. Maybe we can use this product in that magazine or in between these commercials, or if there is a radio stations that majority of female listen to. So if it was a male, then we had to put them in the sports magazine or car magazine. So the reason that we are still doing demographic and we're still stuck with demographic, it's because it was an old way of doing it. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I absolutely encourage you to know who your client is as part of niching down and making sure that your avatar or your message resonates with the right client. It is so important to know the demographic part of it as well. So, for example, when we go in. So in the avatar worksheet that I put through this bit, like name is not that important. You're probably thinking, why name? But the reason I put name in there is because when we give something a name, and sometimes I tell my client, cut out the picture of that person and give it a name, because then it feels like you're talking to a human being, because they're a human being on the other side of it. So when we talk about demographic, it was mainly the age, the gender, and sometimes location, sometimes with educational level as well. So if we were selling to parents, and then the marital status was important in parents were important if they were parents. So that's why this part of it was the olden way of doing it, and demographics still important. My favorite part is I want you to get into their psyche. This is the second part. This is understanding the totality of this human that you are there to serve. I want you to get to their head, walk in their shoes. I know sometimes getting into their head is a bit scary, but certainly getting to my head is very scary. So I want you to walk in their shoes. I want you to get to know them intimately, their fear, their dreams, their desires, what keeps them up at night, what do they dream about, what sort of house they like to have, what kind of lifestyle they want to provide for their family, all the stuff that it makes them human in totality, the person that you're working with and you're dealing with and you want to help and you want to serve. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to go in and get to know your client psyche. So when we go to our avatar section, so when we go down, all the way down here, then we're getting really specific, like personal interests. We talk about the interests, the physical fitness, the dietary choices, the political views, the religious and spiritual views, imagining a typical day, their personal aspirations, their business goals, the biggest challenges. There is so much that we can get into, and this is a simplifier of doing it. And I want you to actually take time to dig in, which we'll go through the 2 samples that I've given you. All right, so that's the psyche. So there's 2 sides. Let's go back. Again, I want you to remember there is 2 sides to this human you are helping, and your business is there to help. Part number 1 is the demographic, which is important. However, the most important part is the psyche, the whole human, the whole thing that this human is. So let's move to the next one. If it does, it's not moving. My apologies. We're eventually moving. Okay, now let's begin with our customer avatar. This is the most important part. We know it's important. We understood that it's very important, and we promised Neda that we're going to spend time because we want to make our business profitable, and we're going to help as many people as possible. So the more refined, the better engagement. When I say that, this is something with social media. You need to be understanding that you need to be testing. You're doing your best as you can, especially when you're starting out. It's a bit harder, but do as best as you can. Make it as refined as possible, but understand that through your business, when business pivots and you grow and someone else comes in and you're like, okay, actually, I like this person. I think I want to serve people like this people. So it is important to refine it as much as you can. Describe 2 or 3 avatar. I wouldn't recommend for you to go and tell me Ned, I serve everybody. I can serve this person. I can serve that person. I can serve everybody. If you're serving everybody, you're serving nobody, and it doesn't work anymore. You just cannot do it. Even back then, when I started my air conditioning business, I couldn't serve everybody. It wasn't just everybody. It was certain people who could afford our costs, our prices, and because we were actually dealing with Daikin air conditioning, which was a bit more expensive, or Melee appliances, which are luxury products, the whole thing changes. Find the smallest viable market and sell them well, and I can guarantee you, you can grow if you have something and you look after your customers. Absolutely. Also, fill out your avatar sheet. That's the one that we talked about, because it 100% helps to get to know your clients, and it gets you in the right track. Okay, so now we talked about this. I want to go through. So next one, we'll go. Okay, so then you say, where will I get all this information? Where will I know? Okay, now I'm ready. I want to do this, but where will I get this information? If you're an existing business and you do have existing clients, and there's certain, some of them that you think, I actually want more of that, spend time talking to them. Don't act creepy, but spend time talking to them and get to know them. If you are starting out and you're new, 100% survey people, ask questions. If you think this person is the person that I want to be serving, ask them questions. Find out what their pain points are. What is it that makes them excited? Not too much information because they probably think, again, you're creepy, but in the right way, 100%. Another one, which is the most fascinating thing Facebook has given us. Oh, have I said that? How much I love Facebook and social media marketing. Facebook Insight. I've loaded, I think I put this in there. I'll put it in the comment. Facebook has given us something called Facebook Insight. Obviously, Facebook has, it's a bit scary, but they know too much about us, and they collated all of those information, all of those data for you and I as a business owner to be able to use to market our business. You can't buy this data. They don't sell it to anyone. It's actually, their privacy is fantastic. They make sure that these information are not released to anyone, especially after 2015, that they had a little, the company Analytica had a problem. They went really tight. They made sure they realized there are people out there who do take advantage of these informations and manipulate people. So they thought, nah, they learned a lesson, so that they're really, really protective of their data. But it's available for you and I to use. I've given you the link. You can use it. You can get it from a business manager or business suite. Business suite is something new. If you don't have a business manager, which I 100% recommend you sign for the business manager, you can get it in the ads manager. So I'm going to show you where it is. I'm going to go to the link. I uploaded this presentation so you can actually access it. But what I'm going to do is, let's just go, and I'm going to show you what Business Insight look like. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so when you put let's go back to this. So the links are here. So when you click either of this link, I'm going to put it on the comment section. Either of this link you press, you click on, it will take you to the Audience Insight. So when you click on them, you're going to land somewhere here. So this is what you will see. This is what you land on. I'm just going to quickly turn this off because it just distracting me. Sorry, something else is there. It's distracting me. Okay, so when you land in here on the customer Facebook Insight, this is what you get. This is the first question you get asked. Everyone on Facebook or people connected to your page? So the reason that they've got people connected to your page is, so everyone on Facebook, so there's two choices. The second one, people connected to your page, if you have a page which has a lot of followers, and then when we do advertising, we 100% go back to the people who like the page. There need to be big numbers in order for us to get as many data that we need to advertise. But for the purpose of this exercise and the purpose of this group, I will go to everyone on Facebook. So that will be everybody on Facebook. So when you go there, let's go together. So now we're here. I'm going to go everyone on Facebook. It's going to bring us here. So when we come here, automatically my country automatically gone to USA because I've done some advertising in USA. It just picks up USA. There's no you can always close it off. These are the important parts. I'm going to explain something to you. So then on the left side, there's your location, the gender, the age, the demographic that we talked about. Remember we talked about the demographic. This is where it comes handy as well, because we want to get as intimate as possible with our clients. So then location, we can call, we can put Australia. So we just make sure, if I know how to type. So then comes Australia. So what it does is it actually gives you just for Australia. So we just put just a location of where we are. It gives you estimate of 15 to 20 million people, and it gives you, explain it to you how this number is estimated. So it explains everything to you. Then we come down with the age. Let's say the age is, so we can go, you can leave it as it is, but I would recommend, it depends on what you're selling, but I would recommend to go understand what age you want to serve. If you're serving teen is very different. I stick to the 18, probably for, I don't know what I'm saying. I forgot. I just had something came up on my mind and I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, so that's the age of it. You can leave it as it is to get you started, because we want to get the seed going. So for me, I'm going to put 34. Actually, we're going to go 34. To 54. So you can actually 45 of, so that will determines the age part of it. So then it goes down to 3.5 to 4 million people. It tells you the percentage, everything gets explained in here, or we can just leave it as it is. Just for the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to leave it as it is. Just not confuse it and don't touch a lot of stuff. Okay. Then we come to the gender. You can pick a gender, either be a male or female, or you can leave it as it is. When it comes to interest, let's actually say, I'm actually going to do so. Let's just do that. Let's just pick someone. Let's say you are a dating coach. Okay. Let's say you're a dating coach and you coach people who are over the age of 40. So we come, they're the ones over the age of 40. So we start for the age of 40 and to the 65, above 40. And you're a dating coach to women over the age of 40. So then what would be their interest? So then you find out what their psyche is. What would they like? Would they like, I don't know, would they like yoga? So we can put the interest in there. We pick up yoga. It could be a dating coach who is for women over the age of 40 who are business owners. So then they're interested in entrepreneurship. So see how as I change this, as I add something in here, these numbers change as well. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I don't want to do too much. Actually, one more. I'm going to put Lorna Jane is an Australian brand who does active gear. So let's just say they are interested in Lorna Jane clothing as well. Okay, so let's just leave it as 3. I don't want to put too much in there. And as you go down to pages, people connected to certain pages, that's probably be your page when we do it. I wouldn't do anything at the moment if you're not using your page. And then we go to advanced. So what language? Remember relationship status? It's scary how much Facebook knows about us. So relationship status. So we want to get single people, right? So we can select single people. So that's going to give us exactly what we want. You can pick an education if you want to have high school, college, or grad school. I tend to leave it unless I'm working with educators who need to be working on people who are high school, they want to go to uni and they need problem and they need tutoring. So that's a different story. Work, if there is a job title we want to look for, specific job title we want to look for. Market segment, you can actually segment the market. I don't do that as much and I don't recommend it. However, if we're selling, if for an educator or a book deal, then it's a different story if it's a specific background. I don't go to the market segment at all. Or there could be a parent. So let's say this is a single person and has got a child, 0 to 12 months child or a 13 to 18-year-old child. So you can actually bring it down to as close as possible. With the politic, obviously, if you're in US, this is a different story. The whole advertising for politicians and politics is very different. And for the purpose, I don't think we have a politician in this group. And the life events. So if they're away from family, they could be lonely. They're away from the family and they need to find someone away from their hometown. I don't think long, because we're a dating coach, we don't want to go into the long distance relationship. We want them to keep the relationship. So they recently moved to the new area. This is another thing that you can look at. So we've done all of this. This is where the fun begins. So we have sort of we created the seed audience, I call it. So we're going through location, the age, agenda. I've put 3 interests in there. You can leave it as 2 or 1 even, because you need to dig in and keep digging in, because this is the most important part comes in. You gotta see this. I get so excited. So when you go and put all of this information in there, we go to the page like, see up here, they've got demographic. I've actually brought it down to 150 people to 200K people, which is amazing. That's fantastic. It's a perfect size that I like to see. So the best thing, we're going to go to the page like. This bit here will tell you, because we can actually, in advertising, when we get to the promotion part of your business, you can target the specific page followers as well. If they do have your followers, the people that you want to serve, you can actually you can put them as an interest when we're doing advertising. So let's go down and see who they like. So there's top categories, it comes up, and it comes up down here, the pages that Facebook thinks they do follow and they will like. So holiday house deals, celebrity medium, maybe I didn't know they'd be in the medium, but there you go, you learn something as a dating coach. Crystal Castle, McConnell, Recycle, Mats, there's so many things. So and I would 100% look at this, and I'll leave it as it is. So and it goes by affinity, and I'll leave it as affinity. And when you look at the affinity, it says how likely your audience is like a given page compared to everyone on Facebook. So then it means this is as close as possible you can get. Then what I want you to do is, and that's what we do, that's what I do, is to analyze, because what you need to do is you need to go to that page, because sometimes Facebook being a bit weird, sometimes you get stuff that you're like, really, these people like this? Doesn't necessarily, because in the background, the AI and the what is the word, how it's been not programmed, how it's been, the AI puts them together. Sometimes there is a discrepancy in the code, and sometimes the pages comes up and you think, I don't think these people like it. So I do recommend for you to analyze them. Go in, see who they are, who posts, what kind of post gets posted, what sort of comments, is there more females if you are serving females. So it's important to go backward and forward to do it. Another part is this part. Actually, I love this part. You know how we get into what businesses, what magazine they read, where do they go on holiday. So if you look at it like concert tour, Red Hot Summer Tour, Airwick Australia is a household supplies that they might like. I think there has to be a book as well somewhere. like women clothing store taking shape, website Australia Remember When. So it's all of these you need to go in and find out as to, is it actually a correct page, and you think, yeah, actually this is what people like and this is what they get into. So the movies they watch, the retail companies they go, travel companies, candy stores. You can actually see a candy store. This thing is amazing. So what I need you to do, my friends, is take a look at this. And yeah, what I need you to look at it is take a look at it, play with it. You're not going to break anything. I can guarantee you that. As long as you follow Facebook rules, you will not break anything, and you are going to be fine. So analyze the hell out of this. You can actually, this is an amazing tool. All right, so now let's look at our the two example I did, and we can go through it very quickly with you. I don't want to take your time. I don't know how long. I've got some time. Okay, so let's go to our avatar. Okay, so this avatar, this is the one that I filled out. So okay, so this was a product base. We call them Cindy. She's the age of 42, a female, Auckland. She's got a bachelor degree. She's married. So this is what I put through. This is, for example, you selling a product, and this is your customer avatar, ideal customer avatar, or they call them ICA. So white color. So we know all of this, and then we come down. So the vacation she likes to go, she likes yoga and hiking, she likes working out. We come down here. This is a place that we're worried about children. So she has children. Obviously, it doesn't apply to our dating coach, but probably applies as well. So how about for their family? So she wants her family to be happy. This is why we get into the psyche part of it, because if there's certain pages they like, or certain books they read, or if they have children, they have certain fears and what keeps them up at night. We talk about she's got anxiety. Anxiety is a big issue. Much of her concern around her kids, vaping, bullying, isolation. So these are the things when we talk about to get into their psyche, understand them. So we talk about Cindy's issues and what she's worried about, and that creates an anxiety for her. Caretaking issues, dealing with aging parents. So she's got aging parents and she's struggling. So there's so many things. There's a business or career goal. Cindy's children are focused on school, friends, after school activities. She's striving for focus, mental clarity, emotional stability, more energy. So we're getting very, very, very deep in Cindy's psyche. So let's go to the ones that is a service base. So service base, this is Alan, our service based business ICA, ideal client avatar. So Alan is 33. He's gone college and above. So he's a parent? No, he's not a parent. He's a freelancer. He's a web developer. He's got high potential growth. And then when we go down, we're going to do how long this person been in the business. 8 years in the business. If 8 years in the business, so freelancer, depending on what we're providing, the whole pain point of someone who's been in the business for 8 years and they're still freelancers could be very different. Their income is 150 plus. Maybe they want to make it to 200 plus or 7 figures. They might want to do that. Let's get to the interests and hobbies. So Alan likes hiking. He likes yoga. Yoga was valuable, so I just put it everywhere. But you cannot believe it is, you need to get as close as possible that you can to your customer avatar. So I've got, I think there was something in here that I was going to talk about. I forgot. Oh, what is his favorite brands? Dollar Shave Club. That's something in US, and it's amazing. It's a great business. It's worth looking into it. It's amazing how much it is a good story with the Dollar Shave Club. So what are some of the aspects of his personal vision for themselves personally? He's seeking experiences, appetite to go deeper, being part of a tribe, seeking bigger mission and purpose. He wants the level of freedom, ability to have wider range of choices. That's what he wants. So depending on what you're selling, what the service business does, is we getting into Alan's psyche to get to know Alan, so we can actually attract Alan and bring Alan. Like I said, there's 3-part buying journey that we all go through. It starts from interest, building the desire, to buying. So we need to meet our clients or our avatar where they're at. They could be in an interest stage, they could be in a desire stage, and buying stage is the hardest because by then they already made a decision. So you want to be in their journey from an interest to the desire part. But then again, you never know. We had someone that we bought the products and services for our clients, and they're in the buying stage. So it does happen. Miracles do happen. All right, my friends. Okay, I think I've done we talked about everything. I have covered everything, and I hope it wasn't as much. I am going to go to let's go. I don't think I have anything left, so we did check that out. Let's see. I think we are going to go to questions. So I'm going to go to the comments and see how you guys going. All right, everybody. So tell me, is there anything? Did you learn anything? Is there anything we can? Let's see, we come here. Is there anything we can do in here? So hopefully everyone had a good, you learned something. Hey there, Millie. I thought I lost you. I saw your messages, but I just couldn't get to you. Sorry, hon. So how is everyone? Everyone's good? Keyword. Oh my God, did I say keyword diary? All right, so is there any questions? Is there anything that you want me to explain? I am going to do this. We're going to do a watch party, and I'm going to run this and be live again tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So if there is any questions that you have and you want to play with it, then 100%. It was 100%. I will help you out. Absolutely. I agree. It's a good thing to have. It's amazing. There's so much information available in there for you to get to know your ideal client. The problem is sometimes we talk about ideal clients and we tell small businesses, you need to do this, you need to know who your ideal clients, you need to ask this question, but we're not showing them the tools that is available for us. And it's free. So there you go. Absolutely. Is there any other questions? I don't want to take your time. Any questions, please let me know. We've still got about 10 minutes to go. I think I did good. I make sure it's not going to go over for too long. All right, everyone. It was fantastic for you to be here. I am very grateful for your time, and I know time is very valuable. And when you make it to be here, I am absolutely grateful. So I think that's it for us. For now, go and play. If you want to, join me tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We'll have a watch party and we'll go through it again. And if there is any questions, please do not hesitate. There is no stupid questions. There's no silly questions, because I can guarantee you your questions, someone else will have that questions. And we'll 100%. The intention is I want you to win. I absolutely want you to win. All right there, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. It was great to see you all, and I'll talk to you next week. Until then, keep hustling. Bye.